Welcome to Taste It, episode 12. Today we're here at Kikubari for a tasting session. My name is Jennifer Ong and I am the host for HAPA TV. We have Mr. Nicholas Ng here today joining us for a tasting session. Hi Nicholas.
Hi. So have you been to Kikubari before?
Yes, a couple of years ago.
Okay, so you're ready for some modern Japanese?
I am.
Japanese.
Progressive Japanese, I heard, right? Okay.
Ladies first.
Sure, thank you. Wow, it's interesting. It's a very cozy restaurant, isn't it, Nicholas?
It's actually a very intimate restaurant, and it's a very, very nice ambiance as well. So
Right. So this is the main dining hall?
yes, this is the main dining hall.
Okay, right. And you see, wow, look at that, like they're like
look at the-
sand art.
Exactly, the floor is very, very beautiful. It's on raised tempered glass with, that Japanese style of sand art, which is very exquisite, to be honest.
Right, interesting. So let's go meet our next taster, right? Hi, David. Hi, Dr. David. Hi. How are you? You're here early, I see.
No, I was talking to the chef.
You're
but
catching
I'm
up.
hungry now.
You
I was
are.
talking, I'm like, ravenous.
Are you famished? Because I heard there's a lot of food today. So
Yes, there.
Oh yeah, but I'm just gonna, like, the chef was telling me all the thoughts, and I just want to see how that's translated into these amazing work of arts
Right.
in terms of food that I'm sure we're gonna taste. But right now I
Correct.
need to eat.
He's hungry. So, okay, so
Hungry.
all of you know Dr. David Gurupatham. He's a lawyer, adventurer, loves sharks, diving with sharks and with whales. And of course, Nicholas, we all know, foodie and a food writer. So today we're going to be doing tasting. Are you ready, guys?
Yes.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay, come. Can I sit here in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will be here.
Voila. This is really
Ah.
good. So you've been to Kikubari a lot.
Yes, I've been to Kikubari a few
Many
times,
times.
but as I said before, I really like their ebi katsu, which is one of my favorite deliveries actually. Like during the MCO.
Okay, so they do home deliveries?
Yes, they do deliveries. They do amazing sandwich deliveries. So I would definitely recommend you giving it a try one of these days when you're at home. When you're feeling down, it's like great.
Right. So guys, we're here at Kikubari, and of course, like I've introduced earlier, Nicholas Ng is here with us for today's tasting. And of course, Dr. David Gurupatham, those of you who knows David,
Hi.
he just loves his food. And I said, you know what,
I do.
Dr. David, you're gonna come out and do tasting with us once at least, right?
Yes,
So-
thank you. I'm so looking forward to it, really.
Yeah, so shall we just sort of tell our audience a little bit about Kikubari, Nicholas?
Yeah, so Kikubari is a progressive Japanese restaurant. So for our viewers out there who don't know what progressive means, it's a modern take on Japanese cuisine. But so when we use the word progressive, we kind of mean it's an ever-changing thing as well.
Ah,
So it's the cuisine changes along with the chefs most of the time, and that's what we have today.
I see. So it's something like, you progress in terms of skills, knowledge, and the food and the chef
Yeah,
and so on.
because the chef's cuisine evolves with them, right? So as you have more time under your belt, you also tend to develop new skills and learn new things as well.
It's interesting that the name Kikubari means something, right?
Yeah, I think
it's supposed to mean
the art of caring
the
or
art
something.
of caring.
I
putting,
think so.
Putting the other person first.
Yes.
So the
Yes,
customer
yes.
first.
Yeah.
And so in that sense, maybe it sort of also is progressive in terms of flavors, your needs, what's
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
so it's,
Yeah, that's
it's-
right. I mean,
it's
we're going to ask Chef to explain to
yeah,
us later,
yeah. Well,
right?
I
What
don't
it
know.
really
What
means.
do
The
you-
art of
And that's the
caring.
thing, with progressive cuisine, you kind of need how do I put this? With progressive cuisine, you kind of change along the way. So when you look at the food later, you'll see it looks like it's the grandchildren of Japanese food.
Wow.
If that makes sense.
But is this an evolution of the Japanese dining experience, or
Well,
is this
it's-
natural in
It's
in
part of
Japan?
that, but it's also part of rapid globalization. So ingredients become more available that we would never have before.
Right.
So let's say, in traditional Japanese cuisine, they might not have tiger's milk, for example,
Okay.
because that's a Peruvian thing.
Right.
But because of globalization, and this is what we
Yeah.
mean by progressive cuisines,
Okay.
like
All
your
right,
base
yeah.
is Japanese,
Yeah.
but it has evolved and modernized and yeah.
Right.
But is this only outside of Japan, or is it also something
So
that's
you
just a
have-
movement in Japan?
So you have progressive cuisines all over the cuisine
Right, yeah.
globe actually. So
Yeah.
you can have progressive Indian cuisine, you can have
Alright.
progressive Chinese cuisine.
Mine is progressive.
Yeah.
You know, Dr.
I
David
put
cooks
soy sauce.
very well. If you follow his FB, you can see that.
no, I'm
He's
teasing.
cooking every other weekend.
I'm teasing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indian food hasn't progressed in 2,000 years.
Actually,
I'm teasing.
I would actually say it has. It has a lot.
Right,
so
right,
yeah.
yeah. So, interesting. We're gonna have some
Ah,
cocktails, I believe.
Yes, looks like we're having a Negroni,
Okay.
which is
thank you.
traditionally made with 3 components: a gin, followed by a vermouth, which is a fortified wine, and the most important ingredient is Campari, which
I
is
love-
thank you.
I love
Campari.
Campari.
Yes, it's
I
a
love
bitter
Campari.
spirit. It's what gives the Negroni its Negroniness.
Right.
You have to have Campari in there.
Okay. I remember, Campari used to be my mom's favorite drink. When I was a little girl, I mean, not that she drinks a lot, but, I remember Campari from the days when I was a little girl and my mom would take Campari soda when she was out.
Campari soda is
Yeah,
a very,
and
very
I like
traditional
it.
drink.
Retro,
Yeah.
retro.
Yeah.
It went with flat
Yes.
trousers and skirts.
That's
Who
right.
drinks Campari these days?
Yeah.
Except in a Negroni, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, nowadays not very much, but I mean, there are a lot of classic cocktails with Campari in it, like Americanos as well. The Americano cocktail also is
I see.
uses
Oh,
Campari.
yeah.
So maybe
Cheers.
maybe Hafiz can explain to us what's
What's
in
in
this
your
special
Campari?
cocktail.
What's in your?
yeah.
So basically, our signature cocktail Campari contains the Negroni gin, the Sakura vermouth based on the Sakura tea, and also the Campari.
Right.
So it's more refreshing and scent of orange as well.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the one that Kikubari uses the
Yeah, of
Japanese
course.
bitter.
Correct.
Shiso bitters, right?
Shishu bitters.
I see.
Oh, this is good.
Oh, this is good.
Thank you.
This
It
is
is-
so
it
good.
is- so
Listen,
you
can we
pre-mix
take
it.
away those bottles as well?
Certainly.
So you pre-mix
Cock up.
them for us.
Yes, we premix. So we can do estimate
Maybe may I have a look at the bottle?
3 to 4 glasses.
Oh, this is so cool.
So this way.
Yeah, very beautiful and minimalistic.
So you can get 4 glasses.
4
in
glasses
one bottle.
estimate.
Okay, but,
3
but
to
with,
This
with
is-
David, you can get 2 only, yeah? So,
Excuse me. Hello.
right.
Indian people, we know alcohol. This is good. This is
Thank you
really
very
nice.
much.
It's just the right blend. It has that flavor,
Mm.
a slight bitterness, a slight sweetness, but you get the taste of the gin underlying all of that. Trust me, Indians comes to alcohol, we know our stuff.
Yes.
This is good stuff.
Okay. Right. Yeah, so it's really nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So if you come to Kikubari, you have to order the Negroni.
Yes, the Negroni.
Right.
But they also have a variation where instead of gin, you can have whiskey,
Right.
which is a Boulevardia.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. So glad that you're here with us, David.
Well, after a long day,
Oh.
this is like,
Right. So shall we let our audience know what we're going to have today for our tasting?
Yes. So
Mm.
we will have the bonito bread with whipped cream as one of. I think they're going to be served in because Kikubari serves sharing plates.
I see. So they don't
So-
they don't do courses.
So yes, because when you have sharing plates, you're not tied to a single course, and you can have a bit of everything, and it's also
But-
very progressive.
But it's also very Asian. I mean,
Yes, yes,
Asians.
yes.
We go to a restaurant. What do we do, right? It's not because we're stingy. It's just that we like to eat everything at the same time.
Yes.
Correct. It's
Yes.
like what you eating, right?
Yes.
So we like to eat everything at the same
Yeah.
time. So we put everything, then we share.
Yeah,
Right, right.
yeah.
So it's
That's
got that
very
culture.
Asian.
Yeah.
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 Okay,
So-
so what we're having today?
So we're having the bonito bread with whipped cream, the ikura charcoal sponge, followed by the uni nori biscuit, and the tofu cheese, as well as a cured Wagyu lardo. So
What's
there's a few different things for us
Okay,
to
okay. That's
to
quite
see.
quite a huge variety, right?
Yes.
So that's the snack.
Those are the snacks.
snacks,
Yeah, off the
okay.
snacks menu.
So let's now look into what we're having for the appetizer. We're going to be having chawan mushi. That's my favorite, and something called tiger's milk.
Tiger's milk.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they really mean that tiger's milk,
Okay.
David.
Yeah.
Right? I'm really looking forward
I've
to
always wanted to
that.
try tiger's milk. But by the way,
Yeah.
do tigers have milk or not?
Yes, all mammals have milk. So,
Just checking.
Okay.
He's a foodie.
yeah,
Yes,
but,
yes,
yes,
yes.
tiger's milk is a very specific preparation of a ceviche,
Right.
and it's based from a lemon or citrus that used to cure the meat, and that's what they call the tiger's milk in Peruvian cuisine.
Tiger's milk.
Oh, Peruvian cuisine.
yes.
But it's introduced in a Japanese restaurant. Now, that's
Yes,
really
yeah.
interesting. Then we're going to have a tuna tataki and a wagyu tartar. Again, we're having a wagyu tartar again, Nicholas.
I can't
Ooh.
say no to Wagyu tartar.
Okay, yeah, I'm not really such a big fan, but then after last 2 rounds in 2 different restaurants, which I shall not mention yet, I start to love Wagyu tartar, beef tartar, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and what else are we having for main
Okay, so the
frosting?
mains like big food mains is light seared ocean trout, which I'm really looking forward to trying.
Okay.
And Hokkaido scallop, which I'm quite curious to really see how they're going to do that and prepare that Hokkaido scallop. So yeah,
Right, and do we have anything else here?
I think there's a chicken confit as well.
Oh my God, we
that
have
comes with
another.
an
Okay, so we have
Asari reduction. So asari is a form of Japanese clams. They are very
Oh, really?
famed for their size
Right.
and flavor. So
Sounds
that'd
so
be
good. My
interesting.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then are we having desserts today?
yes, I think we're gonna have gobo and matcha tart. So gobo is a type of root. So it'll be quite interesting to see what the desserts are gonna be like as well.
Okay, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so what do we have here?
Oh wow,
Okay.
okay. So this looks like it's the Ikura charcoal sponge.
Okay, Ikura charcoal sponge.
Yeah.
Right, and then it comes with, of course, the
The
bonita
bonito bread, yeah.
right?
So bonito is a type of tuna. It's called skipjack tuna,
Right.
and it's sorry, not skipjack. I think amberjack. It's basically a Japanese version of a tuna, which
Right.
they use in a lot of things.
Okay.
And with bonito, because it's actually dried fish. So imagine like our ikan bilis, but
sounds very Mexican though. Bonito.
Isn't it?
bonita.
It
Yeah.
is.
Bonito,
Yeah. Well,
bonita.
bonito is not it's not a Japanese word. So it's more likely than not a Spanish word actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
You
with
had a
what?
Peruvian thing in the tiger's milk,
Yeah.
and now you have a bonito.
Yeah, bonito. But I think bonito was the name, the scientific name, and that's why the Japanese adopted it.
Right. Okay. Okay. Cool.
And then what else do we have here?
Because in Japanese you would call it katsuo.
Oh, really?
So you use
Okay.
katsuo boshi to make bonito
Oh, wow.
flakes, and that's why
Right.
you get that intense umami, woody scent and flavor.
See, they say you learn something new every day. Did you learn that?
Isn't it?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
teasing.
right. Exactly.
But,
So
yeah.
why don't we get the chef to join us?
Yes.
And give us a bit more.
Uh,
Okay. Well, Nicholas, I know you are a food writer.
Yes.
And you also take lovely photos.
Oh,
so
thank you.
think you could help us take some nice photos?
Hey.
Hi, chef.
Hi, chef.
Hi, chef.
Thank you for coming. Am I okay to remove my mask?
Oh, please.
Yes,
yes.
please, yeah.
So, guys, this is Chef June. She's the head chef here. She started Kikubari. That was how many years ago, chef?
We're into our third year.
Third year already.
Yeah.
So can you take us through what we're going to be tasting today?
Yeah,
Chef?
sure, of course, gladly.
Okay, so-
So from your right, this is house-made bonito bread. So in the bread itself, we have bonito flakes and red wine. So it's a little bit like meaty in flavor, so it has that depth of it. It
Right.
resembles sourdough a little bit because of the red wine as well.
Ah.
And then the dip that goes with it is it's good on its own as well, but with the dip it's even better. So this is entirely dairy free. What you're
Right.
looking at that creamy white thing,
Oh, okay.
it's actually whipped roe. So there's not just ikura up here, but in the roe, it's in the whipped roe itself. There's white bread. There's dashi.
Right. Okay. So Nicholas, you
I'm
want to
gonna
start
start
first?
digging in.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, go for it.
This is how. Okay. So let's take it.
And guilt free because it's entirely dairy free. No butter, no cream. Everything's made from like the fat of the salmon roe itself.
Okay. So let's see Nicholas showing you. Ooh. Ooh! Look at that face.
very, very.
Nicholas is
Nicholas is pink like a lobster. I said lobster
This is
because I'm
really
hungry.
good, guys. Like,
Okay.
it's just like a burst of umami in your mouth. Like,
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So we're gonna try it now, right? Our turn to try it.
mm.
Okay. So let's see. Ooh. David.
Okay, well,
Come.
you know, while I was waiting for you, I had
Okay.
a chance to talk to Chef Jun.
Right.
And you know me, I like to, and I was very interested in the philosophy of food, if there's such a thing.
Yep.
Now, you know, I was suitably impressed. Of course, when I walked in and I saw those, did you see the awards?
Yes.
Most Outstanding Asian Chef 2018 MIGF Award.
Oh. So Chef, tell us just
Plus,
as
she's worked under a few, you know,
He did
like
his
Michelin
research.
star
Yeah.
chefs.
yeah. So Chef, tell us a little bit more about your background.
In short, I've been away for a good half a decade, maybe. So during that time abroad, I've worked in a couple of Michelin star restaurants, 3 and 2 respectively. And when I was in Narisawa, Narisawa was ranked world number 8 at that time.
It's,
Wow.
it's constantly one of the best restaurants in the world.
Really? Wow. This is. Oh. Oh, this is.
Guys, look at David. Come, David. No, I'm gonna put this thing. It's gonna burst inside your mouth. That's how Nicholas would put it. Okay. This is how a lawyer eats.
You're stereotyping me. Everybody eats the same. Okay? No.
Look. Okay.
No.
How it burst.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not a foodie,
Oh,
You love your food.
but I love my food. So, this is how a lawyer would describe food.
okay,
Okay.
please.
You get a very nice, sweet, and savory, very flavorful, and when you bite into the roe, there's such a zing. I mean, it's like your palate just explodes with
Wow.
that. No, just the roe. You know, because like when you bite
Yeah,
into
yeah.
it, there's like there's a
Burst of
zing,
flavor,
a
yep.
burst of flavor. that
Texture
kind of-
as well.
Yeah.
Contrast.
You know, so yeah, that's how a lawyer describes food.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's really what
It's
I
pretty
got.
apt
yeah.
description.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. You really.
Yeah, it's got a lot of good components in what you want in a
The
dish.
balance
You know,
of the
yeah,
taste.
yeah. It's got texture. It's got flavor. You know, it's got the crunch from the bread. It's got the the umami burst from the
Yeah.
ikra
Yeah.
itself,
Yeah.
and the creaminess from the what was that again?
The whip roe,
The whipped roe. Whipped roe.
dairy-free whip roe.
Dairy-free whipped roe. So
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But this is good. It's really. It's if you love roll, if you love creamy roll on what do you call bonita
Bonita.
bread,
Yeah,
right?
bonita bread.
Yeah.
And this is one of the, I like this as a starter, and you have to take it together with the Negroni. Am I right? Yeah. You have to take it together.
Well, I
It's
don't
one of
know
the
about
best.
that.
It's like busting of flavors and busting of flavors, right?
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
Try it.
No. Yeah,
I'm
I'll
serious.
take this anytime.
I'm serious
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, that's your 5 p.m. aperitif
But
there.
well, you can tell after a long day, we're enjoying the drink.
Yeah.
That I love the crunchiness of the bread.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think that goes really well with the experience of, as you said, Nicholas, the textures and the
Yeah.
flavors.
Yeah, yeah.
As you bite into it. Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
So,
So,
So next one,
dish,
now we're gonna
yes.
go to, what's
Right.
this one?
what you have in front of you here is, we'll call it vegan cheese. It's actually tofu. So what we did with the tofu is we fermented it with miso. It takes a long time, 2 weeks at least, but it also depends on the condition, just a lot of variables there, but minimum 2 weeks fermentation with miso. So what it does is it changes the texture of tofu and it actually becomes like a cream cheese.
Oh, really?
And then you eat it like cheese with house-made pickles and just some crackers.
Right.
So that's actually really quite. I think people are actually always surprised by how cheese-like that texture
Really? Wow.
is.
So it's got that texture of that creamy cheese, right?
It has that saltiness from
Okay.
the miso as well, and also the fermentation breaks down the texture of the cheese.
see.
I mean the
And-
tofu. Yeah,
Right, and it has to be 2 weeks at the least.
2 weeks is just a guideline. Yeah.
How about your
Wow.
pickles? How do you, is all your pickles house made? Everything is
Yes,
made
yes.
in the restaurant.
Pretty much a lot. Even we make our own mustard. So the mustard seeds in front of you here would eventually turn to a jar of mustard.
Okay.
I see. I see.
So I know that Kikubari is very ingredient driven, right? You really put in a lot of effort in making sure that you use the right ingredients, of course, the quality ingredients. And are they all imported?
It's a mix and match. So we try to support local whenever the quality or the supply is consistent enough.
Right.
Sometimes it's just that they can't even cope with the amount, the demand. Because
Right.
there's so many restaurants here that want to try and support local, which is
Right.
good as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But also there are certain things like there are just certain things that has to come from Japan because and also like there's like a DOP, AOC, regional sort of certification, that
Right.
sort of thing.
Right.
So is that for a lot of Japanese products as well, or is it as you were saying?
I would say certain types of seafood I would be quite, I would prefer it to come from Japan just because, for example, seafood, fish.
Try some.
Japan sea is much more colder.
Yeah.
Just for that sure fact,
Yeah.
the fish there is just fattier.
So they have a fattier-
Yeah, they're more flavorful.
Right.
So that's just one of those reasons.
Okay.
I see.
So
Great.
chef, I know this might
Okay,
sound
take a
like a
bit.
very silly question, right? But like, I mean, this is awesome. Okay, and but how long does it take for you to like conceptualize like all the flavors before you decide? Okay, I'm gonna make a dish with this. Okay, sorry, layman question to a chef because
Right.
this is awesome.
There's, it's just, it comes and goes. It depends. Like some dish, I've been thinking about it for a long time, and over time, you keep changing a little bit of stuff to perfect it. And some, it's like you spend so much time and effort into making it perfect, and it just never happens. It just doesn't get to where you want it to be.
Right.
And some dishes are easily, they just pop up overnight, and you first try, you got it right, and that's how,
Right.
yeah.
So what's an example of a first try and you got it right dish?
The Wagyu lardo.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
well,
okay,
yeah,
yeah, I'm
okay.
really looking forward to that
Okay.
actually.
So just sort of before we move on to the Wagyu lado, I tried it with the crackers, and I took it without the crackers.
Yeah, it's really
Right?
nice, isn't it?
It's nice.
It's so flavorful.
Yeah, it's very flavorful. It's salty, really quite heavy on the salt,
Yeah.
but the texture is really lovely because it's creamy and it sort of really melts
Yeah.
in the mouth, right?
Yeah, because if someone said to me, "Oh, try tofu cheese," the first thing I'm gonna go
Like,
is,
oh.
"I'd rather real cheese," you know.
Yes, correct.
But
Correct.
this is also. Would it be fair to say it's vegan friendly? And
It is. This is
Vegetarian
totally
friendly.
vegan. It's not just vegetarian. It's actually vegan friendly.
Ah, great. That's great. Yeah, because the texture is there, the
Yeah.
consistency, and it actually holds its shape as well.
Correct. It is.
So
Chef, how about the lado? Can you explain to us what this
Okay.
is?
Oh yeah, this is
And
one of
welcome to
those
Lado.
projects that pet projects that I thought about it and then it worked. It was
Okay.
uh, what we do is because on our menu we actually do sell a lot of Japanese wagyu, but we're a restaurant that we try to be socially responsible. We don't say that we're all the way nose to tail or zero waste or 100% sustainable, but we are working towards it. So what we do is we try to do things with parts that would normally be discarded, like wagyu fat.
Oh, really?
And because we can't serve pork in our restaurant as well, so what we thought is like we will want to bring that flavor that people are missing to the table. So what we did was we cured the wagyu fat with salt and togarashi chili pepper, and then we made it sort of like a spicy, high salt, high fat content, air dried, and we slice it thin like ham. So what you do is you actually eat it like ham. So that wagyu flavor actually with aging really provide that intensity.
Yeah, so the flavor will intensify with aging, as you said,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Wow.
So we can
Nicholas,
expect a
first.
richer flavor.
Okay.
You know, very umami heavy. I would assume.
Right.
Rich.
Very rich.
Yeah,
Very
very
rich.
rich.
Okay.
Okay, guys, I'm going to dig in.
Okay.
And you can try it with
Is it
some
an
house-
acquired taste, chef?
I don't really think so because it's not
Okay.
out there. It's not weird like that.
This is good too. As Nicholas and I were talking to Chef about the Wagyu ladder, see what Dado David did?
I'm hungry.
This is how good it is. This is how good the Ikura sponge is. You gotta
but it's
come
good.
here
It
to
is
try.
really
I'm
good.
gonna
Right.
excuse myself to send out your next dish.
Yeah, thank you,
okay?
chef.
Okay.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
thank you, thank you.
Okay, now our turn. Nicholas, you can have another one.
Yes, I will.
David,
It's
come.
very
No,
good.
wait, wait,
Okay,
wait,
we'll
wait,
take
wait,
one of
wait.
these. You want to take one of these?
Wait,
Okay, now this is the Wagyu ladder.
I didn't see how the foodie is supposed to eat it.
Oh, okay. Let's see how the foodie. Okay, we're gonna follow you.
How are you supposed to eat this?
I would take a bit of everything, put it on a cracker, and have it in one bite.
Okay.
Okay, so you
Let's
go
start.
first, and then I follow.
Okay.
That's what
So, I would take a bit of
David
that.
says, you jump, I jump.
A bit
Right?
of
No,
that.
no, you jump, I stay back and watch you jump and then settle your will for you.
Okay. Okay.
Lawyers don't
well,
jump.
that's what lawyers don't jump.
Yeah.
Okay. So we take this.
So you can have it
Okay.
with or without the salad. Like, if you want to taste the thing on its own,
Then I do
Oh,
it without the
yeah.
salt. Okay. So we do
Alright.
that. And do you take it? Did you take it without the cracker first? Nicholas?
yeah, I had it
You
with
did,
the
right?
salad separately and then with the cracker separately.
Okay,
as
so
well.
we're gonna do three. So one without
Yeah.
anything. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
It's very rich in flavor, as it's Wagyu fat, so.
But who would have thought, right? That really that you could sort of recycle waste, if you want to call it in a way.
in that sense.
Upcycle.
Yeah,
Upcycle.
upcycle.
Okay, but
yeah.
hang on, people have been doing that for a long time. Sausages, for example.
Yes.
But to do this in a way that appears to be sort of
Yeah, because you have a
Regarding-
lot of this the extra fat that's normally trimmed off and
Yeah.
discarded, which is actually waste of a very good fat, because this is Wagyu, so.
Nicholas, I have to ask you this: since you're a foodie, is this healthy?
I think everything in moderation. I am not the
Darling.
beaming. I am not the beaming.
Sorry,
beacon of
women,
health here,
women. Yeah.
Jen,
So,
in today's lingo, this is called keto.
but
okay.
yes,
Okay.
technically it's a
Keto.
keto dish.
All you keto fans out there, gotta try this.
Okay.
Fat, Wagyu fat. How?
Eat
When
it.
was the last time? I mean, forget about butter in your coffee.
Okay.
Come and try
Nicholas, you want
Wagyu
more?
I'm okay.
fat. It's very
But
flavorful,
this is
actually.
really good,
It's really
can,
good.
Can the camera get this? Like, you get this.
It's
Can you
beautiful
see
as
it?
well.
Yeah,
if
you should. You
if
should
look at
really
it up
look
close,
at it.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay, look at that.
Oh, it's made it. She's nice, spicy.
Can you see it?
No, it's not.
Okay, I'm going to use a zoom-in camera to show you guys. Okay, maybe Nicholas, you can hold on to this.
Yes.
And I'm going to show you with a zoom in. So you can
Can you see it?
literally see the fats. And okay, is it getting? Is it?
Yeah. See.
There you go. Okay, so Nicholas is going to tell you.
Yeah, so you can see like the meat has been cured and treated, and these are quite the fatty parts, and that's why it goes really well with wafers and breads because it absorbs the oil for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can see that.
You said it's healthy fat.
You know, Nicholas, honestly, if they reprocess this, I would take it over bacon any time of the day because it's
I
that
mean,
good.
this is
at a different level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is the kind of beef bacon I like.
Yeah. Don't you think so? Like we should be
It's so
having
nice.
this, man.
Sorry, Nicholas,
Yeah.
I want it back.
I was gonna take it.
Are you gonna have it?
Yeah.
Okay lah. I
I'm
cannot
hungry.
share.
No, I'm hungry.
Cannot share pork now, right? Okay. Nah.
I'm
Give you
hungry.
back
Okay,
the fork.
no.
Okay.
Okay, I haven't
We
used
have a new
mine.
one.
You can have mine.
Okay, you haven't
No,
used
I have.
yours.
I have.
No,
I
we
lied.
get a new one.
I
Okay.
lied.
I'm
I lied.
okay, I'm gonna take this. Sorry, okay, ladies,
Guys, I
gonna take
think
the
our
balance.
appetizers are on the way.
I think so, and it's like, oh, can I have a new fork?
Oh wow.
This is the snack.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take the last bit of
The
it.
last snacks.
Right.
Like
Can we
this one.
clear this for you?
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank
Chef,
you.
I was just asking Nicholas.
Yes.
Is this healthy?
Okay, I'm just gonna take my mask off. Right, so in front of you is what you have a series of our snacks. Not all of it, but two out of the menu.
Okay.
Yes.
So Nicholas will take the photo, and I'm gonna
just snapping
show
a few
you.
shots, but yes.
So
What do
there's
you
no
have?
particular order to eat,
Okay.
but feel free to use your hands. On your right, you have a ikura on charcoal sponge.
Right.
So it's a regular charcoal sponge cake, light and fluffy. What it does is it holds wasabi cream inside
Okay.
and then some ikura. So it's actually kind of like a really snackish thing. And then on the wooden tray, you have uni biscuits.
Okay.
So
Oh, wow,
our
okay.
uni differs all the time depending on season. Sometimes not always from Japan, but this one is from Japan and it's bahun uni.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
using the bafune,
Yeah, from Hokkaido.
which is a higher grade uni actually.
And you don't get that often?
It's seasonal. There are certain times where they can't meet the demands, but you guys are in luck because today we managed to get bahun uni.
Wow, it looks
Right,
gorgeous.
look at that.
And,
How do you tell when it's a good or high quality?
So what Japan does is
uni.
they grade it for us, but also we have a habit of making it a point to taste all our food. We
Right.
don't. It's not like we're eating spoonfuls of uni, but we just have a little bit just to taste. And it's sitting on top of everything is house made, but it's sitting on top of seaweed crackers.
Okay.
So it provides that savoriness and that enhances the sea taste. And the uni itself has been brushed with aged kombu shoyu. So
Aged
it's
kombu
a
shoyu, I
kelp
see.
soy sauce that's
Right.
been aged. It's like our master stock, so we just keep adding to it.
I see.
Yeah.
Do you do that yourself?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So yeah, feel
God,
free to
this
use
looks
your hands
really
and
good.
don't
Okay.
be shy with it.
I'm going to let Nicholas take a photo.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick shot and then we can dig
And then
in.
we can eat.
But we can actually dig into this first. So.
Okay, so what are we gonna eat first?
I'm sure.
Okay, so David's gonna we're gonna show you. David's gonna eat this one first.
Why do I have to be the guinea pig? Ask the foodie.
No, Foodie is busy taking the
Foodie is
uni
busy.
photo.
And
huh?
I'm
I
just
don't
gonna
know.
prepare your next
Okay.
Okay,
course.
so can I be Indian and use my hands?
Yeah. We're supposed to use our hands. So you take one first.
Okay, all right.
Okay, take that one. Okay, and then I take one, and we leave.
Right.
I take the smaller one, and then we're gonna eat it together. Okay, we're gonna eat it together. Hold on. Okay, Nicholas is gonna take a photo. Don't eat first.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at it. It's so beautiful. It's like
It is, isn't it?
you watch Nemo or not?
Yes.
I
yes.
can't, no, I can't eat this.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, hold on.
Oh wow.
I can't
Hold
eat
on, guys. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
So this.
Okay, Nicholas, tell us, and then we're gonna. I can't put it in the whole thing in my mouth because it's too big. Okay.
So this is.
Which one is that one?
Yeah.
That's the. Okay, that one there is the uni
Oh,
nori
sorry.
biscuit.
This is the Ikura charcoal sponge.
All right. Okay.
I see. I
The
see.
Ikura
Charcoal
charcoal
sponge.
sponge.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready? You got half. You feel?
Oh wow, this is actually really nice.
Do you feel the thing popping? They need to drop one.
I'm not allowed to do this on camera.
I have to say, ikra on
5 seconds.
anything is just amazing, you know. So
Is that bursting of that flavor?
like
And
boom,
you know,
boom,
the
boom,
thing
you
is
know?
that the sponge looks like it was a bit hard, but when you put it in the mouth,
It's
you know,
very
it
soft.
really is
Yeah.
soft,
Hey Nicholas,
like sponge.
really got charcoal in here.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Really, yeah. So
um,
how is it charcoal becomes like a flavor in Japanese food?
not just Japanese. We use it in a lot of preparations nowadays.
Alright.
Some people believe it's good for gut health and it clears your system and
Yeah.
all that. But some of that can be quite superstitious beliefs.
Okay.
But most of the time, charcoal will be added for dramatic coloring effect.
Right.
Right.
But has it traditionally been in food like forever, or is it
Not
something
really.
that's
So
new?
so it's quite new because in the past, what people would do is if they want something black, they would use squid ink.
Right.
So that's a much more likely ingredient to use because also availability and you know back then I think people were a bit worried trying to use charcoal in food, right? But then it's only later they found out that charcoal is actually detoxifying, and that's why you take charcoal tablets when you have
Yeah, of
stomach
course.
ache.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But this is something new then.
Yeah.
Charcoal is an ingredient. I mean, like.
It's not very new. I wouldn't say it's very new, but it's been refined over the years.
All right.
Okay, guys, shall we try the uni
Okay.
biscuit? Right
Uni
here.
biscuit.
Yeah.
Okay, you take
I
one.
will take one. Yes.
I'll take the smaller one. We always leave the big one to the guys.
I think I need to bring
okay.
another drink for my foodie friend here. Is turning kind of light pink. You want to turn him red.
Okay.
But the
The
end.
apple is really
I'm
soft.
being wicked. Sorry.
It's really soft. You know,
Oh.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold
How
on,
do
hold on.
we eat this?
Okay. So,
So right
How?
here we have you just eat it in one
and the whole
bowl.
thing, the whole
Yeah.
thing in it.
But I would divide this into two just to like savor it.
Okay.
I don't think I can get this in one mouth. Hey, you sure not foodie? We're supposed to eat it in one mouth.
No, not one off. Sorry, I said
Okay.
two. Yeah.
How?
Okay, we do it like this, like so,
Okay.
like so.
So
Like,
David,
very
David.
elegant. Like,
Okay.
you
Very
gotta
elegant, is
turn.
it? Very elegant.
Slowly bring
So-
it to your mouth.
So you have it, and they're all stuck on the teeth. Let me see if it's stuck on David's teeth. Okay. Ooh. How is it?
How's it?
Speechless.
No.
Speechless, guys. Speechless.
Wasabi
Okay.
really
I'm gonna put the whole
comes
thing in.
through, but then there's the sweetness of the ingredients and the savoriness. But I think the spiciness of the wasabi.
Yeah, the wasabi
kind
I
of
think adds it lifts it. You know.
lifts that.
Yeah, because you have a mix of once again textures and then the little the little punch of wasabi actually elevates it and takes it to like that next level, you know. And you know with the aged shoyu, you don't only get what we call umami, but you get a very deep sense of umami as well. It's with aged foods it becomes a bit more complex, you know.
That's right.
Oh, we have our
You know-
first.
Okay, what do we have now? The
Actually,
sake.
Can I? Yeah.
Oh.
Sake. All right, Indian guys, we drink whiskey, but okay, fine.
Okay, later we're gonna show you. Later, Hafiz is gonna
okay,
show us the
but-
bottle, right?
I just wanna say.
Okay, let's have a look at the
something to-
bottle. Hafiz, can we have a look at the bottle?
Certainly.
Okay, so can you tell us a bit more about this drink?
Okay. Basically, this the sake name is the kuheji. Udu dese means water of hope. So it is a prefecture of the Hyogo, which is the Kobe. We are very interested on this level because they grow their own paddy, the rice, and also they harvest their own in itself.
Right.
So this is more like suitable for progressive Japanese because it's a more modern, and also they're one of the maker also own his vineyard in Burgundy as well.
Would you say it's a crossing of French styles with Japanese
Yes.
production of sakes, right?
Correct.
I see. Interesting.
Okay,
And
so,
yes.
yep, sorry.
And also the interesting part is the rice that you're using is the Yamada Nishiki. It's
Yamada
more
Nishiki,
rich,
okay.
more smooth character as well.
It has a great aroma.
Fruity and
Yeah,
floral
very
on nose.
fruity, it's
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah. So I guess it's something like this. So pair very well with the food we're having.
Yes.
Especially cold dish is very nice to
Cold
pair
dishes,
with. Cold
yeah.
dishes.
Oh, we just ate I have to say the uni nori biscuit.
Yeah.
That was an amazing dish.
Yeah.
Like what David was saying, the balance, the blend of the combination rather of the wasabi and the uni, that wasabi that brings up
Yeah,
the
it
taste.
lifts it.
It really lifts it,
just a
and
bit.
then on that really light, crispy biscuit, and the minute you bite on that, it's it's like an explosion of flavors just all around you.
Yeah, you get sweet, sour, salty,
Yeah.
and you get that pungent, but just enough of it.
Just enough.
Just enough.
Yeah,
of it,
just
like,
enough. Yeah.
Actually, you
Yeah,
know what?
I really like that.
I really, to sum up the starters, guys, I felt okay. I'm not a foodie, but
You are a foodie.
yeah,
you
I'm a
cook
foodie.
lot,
But I mean,
David.
look, we got Nicholas here. I can't see in the. But
Okay.
you know, I found that to sum it up, there was a lot of flavors in it. I mean, it was what I'd expect from a Japanese kind of like. If I went to a Japanese restaurant, I'd
Yeah.
expect flavors,
Yeah.
and then there were textures,
Yeah.
and then the colors.
And this is what we mean when we talk
Yeah.
about progressive cuisines.
Right.
This is what we mean,
Yeah.
It's not just like, it's not just a ramen, or it's not just
Yeah.
like okonomiyaki or
Right.
Yeah.
or tempura, but things that have been modernized.
Okay.
And I have to point out the sake is very good as well because it's a very fruity sake.
Yes.
So when you have foods that have quite strong flavors and has high fat, like you have something like that which can cut the acidity a bit.
Right.
So it actually adds to the flavor, and it actually makes the dish more enjoyable. And as the sommelier said earlier, like it pairs very well with progressive Japanese food.
Yeah.
And this is why, because like, look
Actually,
how colorful and everything
Yeah.
is, and
Yeah, actually, what I'd like to add to that was really what I found personally was sort of understated in a way, but it let the food do the talking. You know what I mean?
yes, yes,
A lot
exactly.
of times,
Yeah.
right? Something just looks like so amazing, you don't want to eat it, but then when you eat it, it's like I don't want to eat it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? But it has that understated, but it allows the food to do the talking. Yeah?
Right. Very true. Very true. And you
Yeah.
know what Dada David was mentioning about colors, guys. Look at these.
Amazing.
Look
isn't
at
it?
this chawan mushi dish. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Look
So
at the
pretty.
color. It's too pretty to be
That's also
eaten.
miyabi.
Wow, but
Second
look at the ingredients.
I mean, the presentation
This is
is
chawan
amazing.
mushi.
Oh, sorry. This is the tiger's milk.
Tiger's milk.
It's a tiger.
This is the
For
tiger's
this,
milk,
yes,
guys.
this is the tiger's milk that
Yeah. And this one is the chawan mushi. Sorry. Okay, so that's the chawan
yeah,
mushi.
even the chawan mushi, look at the way it's presented, it's not something I have seen before.
Yes.
So
I think Chef June really, she's such a creative chef.
yeah, she takes the
And-
time to
Correct.
and
and
really
you can
think
tell,
of a
right,
dish
Nicholas,
and-
that from this presentation that she really puts in a lot of time and effort
yes,
in
yes,
creating
very,
that
very beautiful
beautiful
plates.
presentation. So I'm going to put it just side by side so you can see. Okay, David, this is the tiger's milk that you were waiting for.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Yes.
This isn't tiger's milk. It's too colorful. This is like. I'm
I
joking.
believe so.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Of course, I know it's not tiger's milk. I'm teasing.
So one of the reasons I think it's called tiger's milk, and I don't quote me on this, I don't know for a fact.
Okay.
But because it's an acidic, because the base is actually acidic. So it's meant to be like an aggressive, like a little, like thing to cure your meats in it.
Okay, you know what? Too much fancy talks. Camera focus on me.
Okay, David's
I am gonna
Okay, David's
try
gonna eat
this
first.
tiger's,
Okay,
so-called
let's see.
tiger's milk. Peruvian, Japanese, I don't know.
Okay. Oh.
Doesn't taste like milk.
What does it taste like? Eat slowly. Show them what you're eating. Show them. Okay. What is it, David?
Okay, I'm gonna
If it's
break
not,
the
it doesn't taste
fork
like
a
milk.
bit
What does it
and-
taste like?
I can't describe it. No, it's savory. It's
Okay.
it doesn't taste like milk
Okay.
per se, but I guess if you say coconut milk doesn't taste like milk,
No.
you get what I mean?
Exactly.
That's what I mean.
That's right. It's a tiger's milk.
yeah. But it's
We need Chef to come here and tell us what's really in here.
but well, it tastes a
gonna
little coconutty.
Okay, I'm going to
for me,
show
but-
you what's inside.
But there's a lot of flavor from all the other condiments
Yeah.
in there.
Okay, so you can see what's all here.
So you get
Nicholas, what's all this? What's
Obviously,
in here?
obviously fish is going to be in there. But
Okay,
you get
that
like
one.
chopped up cucumbers. You
Okay.
get a radish. You get even the Japanese sweet potato in there.
Right.
And I think that's a Kikubari take on that as well. So but it's got a zesty, acidic but yet milky texture, and I say milky texture to it.
Right.
Because it feels very creamy, but
But it's
But
not.
a little bit savory though.
What?
yes, so the savoriness comes from the pickling process. So the curing process, sorry. So when you soak it in there, it will the flavors intensify.
Right.
But there's a sweetness.
Yes, there is a sweetness to it as well. But I think
It's just got like all sorts of
yeah, because
different tastes
everyone
and flavors,
prepares
isn't it?
their tiger's milk differently. So
Okay.
Well, I like how you say that. Everyone prepares the tiger's milk differently. Like I prepare my tiger's milk like straight from the tiger.
yes, I mean.
I'm joking. man.
Is it an Asian tiger? Is it depends on the tiger you're milking it from.
There is
Okay.
only one tiger.
But
Okay.
but
Bengal tiger.
the Bengal tiger.
I'm
yeah.
teasing.
But I'm sure this is Kikubari's secret
is-
recipe,
Yeah,
right?
it is, isn't it? So I'm just gonna
This is really
try
good.
it in it. It's really fresh, with the
The fish adds to
with the cucumber and the fish, and then with the sweet potato. So you've got that sort of a combination.
Yeah, and you know what's quite interesting? The sweet potato with the milk
Right.
reminds me a bit of bobo cha-cha.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bubble
Exactly.
cha-cha,
I was
exactly. Right,
trying
so-
to, yeah.
So it's it's
Absolutely.
I don't know if that was intentional, but it did. It's very interesting in that sense. You know what I mean?
It's like a salty bubble cha-cha.
Yeah, because there's coconut milk as well, but it's on the sour side.
Yeah.
As opposed to a sweet dessert, like
I think because the roe gives you that saltiness as well,
yes,
right?
yeah.
And then with the sweet potatoes, it tastes like salty, sweet, and it's
Well-
tangy. This is got
Yeah.
that sourness.
I
This
mean,
is
I know
really
what pizza
good.
is.
It is very flavorful. It's got a very Asian, Japanese taste to it. I just
I'm just
it's
putting
amazing.
this next to
Yeah.
David so you can see the
I can
orange. I'm
smell
not
it.
feeding him.
when you smell it, I
can smell it now.
No, it's not a writer.
But it's really good. I've never tasted a dish like that, Nicholas. This is really amazing. I think that's what Chef June is really good at. It's the way she blends and combines
Yeah.
the texture and the flavor together.
Yeah,
Right?
and it's also a collection of past experiences, and you can kind of see hints of it here and there, and how it's inspired her cooking. When you train with some of the best restaurants in the world, this is what happens.
Okay, we're gonna go into
Okay,
the
we're gonna move on
chawanmushi.
to
Okay, so we're gonna be tasting the chawanmushi, and I love chawanmushi, especially truffle chawanmushi.
So this
Okay,
is a
tell us
cold
more.
cauliflower chawanmushi.
Cold cauliflower chawanmushi.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's got quite an interesting element of
okay.
cauliflower with
Yeah,
chawanmushi.
I can taste the cauliflower. It's cold, but to be honest, I'm not a big fan of cold chawanmushi. I still love my hot chawanmushi, and but I have to say that the texture again. Chef June's specialty is always the texture, isn't it? What do you think? What do you think, David?
Well, no, I agree with you. Maybe it's just me. I'm just used to having it warm.
Yeah.
So something
Hot
cold
challenge
like
is done.
this doesn't sort of.
So for me,
Can I say this is really an acquired taste, Nicholas?
I think for me it's kind of like, you know, when you were growing up, did you ever have tofu pho? But
Yes.
like
Yes.
the cold ones.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it reminds me a bit of that
It's
more
true.
than your regular
No, no,
hot,
no.
you know,
Yeah.
like a.
This reminds me of when I was a kid. My mom
Okay.
was working and too busy to heat up the food. You just eat it straight out of the fridge. Have you done that when you were a kid?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
To be honest, I love broccoli, but not so much cauliflower. So when they served that, right, Nicholas, I was like, oh, what's this? And then I tasted it and said, oh, it's got a bit of truffle.
Yeah.
And I was, surprisingly, I actually enjoyed it. I actually liked it, you know. So it is a taste that I try to get myself to be accustomed to it. But I must say this one, it has that cauliflower taste and that texture. Yeah.
Well, we
Although,
have
like-
the
Okay, June.
chef running, but right before she delves into the new dishes,
Right.
can you tell us a bit about the tiger's milk
Yes.
preparation here?
Right.
We all love it.
So tiger's milk is actually not milk from tigers as we know it.
Yeah, I know.
It's a Peruvian dish. So Peru, there's actually a lot of Japanese, so there's a lot of cross culture. And what tiger's milk is actually a Nikkei cuisine. Nikkei is
Oh, really?
Peruvian
Oh.
Japanese. So it's,
Ah.
they have a
Yeah,
term
yeah,
for it.
that's
It's
right,
called
that's
Nikkei,
right, yeah,
like the stock
yeah.
index.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So what we did is our twist
So
on
what's
it.
in it though?
There's a bit of yuzu if you can
Taste
take up
that
the
yuzu,
aroma.
right?
So that's the acid element of it, and we also use fish stock.
Yeah,
So you have to
okay.
use fish stock, and we use bones from our fish that we serve.
Right.
So what we served was a miyabi Thai, royal snapper, and the bones you create a stock to make that milky base, which is the
Okay.
base of the tiger's
So,
milk.
so the milkiness comes from the fish, right?
The roundness of it, that full body meaty taste comes from the fish stock, but we also add coconut milk to it. So it
Yes.
has a refreshing,
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
creamy, but also counters the acid of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, at the same time.
The texture is beautiful. It's really, really smooth. It's better than tofu pho.
Yeah,
Right?
definitely.
But-
No,
it is.
No,
it
tofu
is.
pho is tofu pho. This
It-
is
you know, you're
different
talking
level.
about. I'm talking about the texture, like
texture,
how
yeah.
you know Chinese would say, "Oh, you're gonna try this tofu pho, it melts in your mouth and all this." But I have to say the texture is. But I was just sharing with them, Chef, that I'm not so much of a fan of a cold chawanmushi.
Yeah.
I'm still
Yeah, I
very
mean,
traditional,
yeah,
like
I
the old
felt the same
chawanmushi.
way.
Yeah, but then of course this is something that's really different. And if you're adventurous and you like to taste like all sorts of preparation method of how chawanmushi, I love chawanmushi, I really do. So it's something that I love to be able to have explored and try this.
This is Wagyu tartar, our version of it.
Okay.
And what we have is traditional Wagyu tartar. You have chopped eggs, chive,
Right.
and gherkins, and Tabasco sauce.
Right.
But we replace the egg with an onsen egg. So what you're meant to do is cut into it and just toss it and make a mess out of it.
Okay.
The condiments on the right of the plate is homemade mustard. There you have it. And wasabi, grated wasabi, and yuzu kosho. So this is for you to experiment which pairing goes best and which one do you prefer. And you can also just have it on its own like that without trying with the condiments as well.
Okay.
What the fried oba leaf is for, the tempura, is just a vessel for you to put the wagyu on top and
Right.
also just contrast in texture.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then in front of you, Jennifer,
Right.
right here, you have tuna tataki. So
Right.
tuna is cured and aged and just slightly torched on the outside. We're using tuna loin, not tuna belly. So it's more meaty in texture, but also because of the curing and the aging, it's melt in your mouth texture.
Is
right
there a
now.
reason why you don't use tuna belly?
We wanted to use the loin because we wanted that meaty texture and that aged texture as well.
So
Right.
is this an akami?
Yes, it is. So,
Akami cut, okay.
and then the dressing is actually burnt butter kombu dressing. So
Oh, okay.
have a go at it, and I'm gonna prepare your next course.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks, Chef.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, this is lovely. Look at that.
Nicholas, but beef tartar tartare isn't quite. Is it Japanese? It's
No,
more
so
French, right?
beef tartare, yes, it's a
So-
French preparation.
Yeah.
But we know when we're looking at cuisines of the world, right? The
Yeah.
two most refined cuisines are actually, by many chef standards, right,
Right.
would be Japanese and French.
Okay.
Okay, so I will.
Okay, we leave it.
We leave it to the
expert,
foodie,
yeah,
right?
the
Okay.
Okay, I've not used
So-
my knife, so I'll use.
Hang on, before he holds the mic, what color are you? Okay, he's alright. He's kind of a light.
So this
Okay.
this is what we call egg pawn, you know.
Okay.
Egg pawn is when you.
Right.
So when you slowly cut an egg
Oh wow.
and then you let it.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Look at that.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Nicholas? Nicholas, that was so. That
Yeah.
was
So.
suave and classy.
Yeah. So we're meant to
Yeah, I
mix it
would've-
up together.
You would have messed it up, David.
Yeah.
No, I would have done a scene from Psycho. I would have just like, you know.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's how you do it.
So as chef
Okay.
says, we should mix it up and then have it served with the oba leaf. There we go.
Okay.
So I'm going to take one and try.
Okay. So let's see. Thank you. Let's see how Nicholas going to show you. This is how you take the Wagyu tartare here in Kikubari.
So
Oh wow. Nicholas, bite into
Ah,
it.
slowly.
We're
Ah.
waiting. Okay.
Oh.
Yes. Finally. Okay. Well. Okay. I mean.
Okay.
So wait. Let him chew. Let him digest, and then let's see what he says.
I'm a happy boy. I'm a happy
Look,
boy.
that's not how food describes food. You can't say I'm a happy boy. You gotta.
He's so happy with it.
I know, but he's gotta describe it a little bit better.
Okay.
Like,
Tell us.
Well, it's got all the traditional flavors,
Yeah.
Okay.
but by having the egg this way, you do get a different texture because as opposed to, you know, when you have a softball egg like that, you get the mixture of the egg whites in its chunks as well.
Okay.
So it gives a different mouthfeel to it.
Did you take it with the side condiments though?
No, I had it on its own.
Okay, so you're
But-
gonna take one with that. Okay, David, you go one, and Nicholas gonna do another one, and I'll do one later. Come.
Okay.
Which one? The big one or what?
No, I am gonna do
Okay.
what we in Malaysia we
Yeah.
are used to nasi kandar, correct? Okay. Yeah. See, I'm allowed to do that because I'm not a foodie. See,
You are
Yeah.
he can't do that.
foodie.
There are no rules, you know.
He-
There are
he
no
can't-
rules
he
to being a
can't do
foodie.
that, right? So I'm gonna add this condiment. I don't know
Okay.
what it is.
And you
This
slowly show the camera
looks
slowly.
like wasabi. I'm gonna
Okay.
add that.
Okay.
like,
Okay.
in a generous amount,
Okay.
like Indians do.
Be
You know,
careful with
you
the
have an
yuzu
Indian
kosho.
mother.
Be careful. It's
Okay.
strong.
It's strong.
I know, but you know, Indian.
Okay.
It's very
Oh,
pungent.
okay,
It's very
yeah.
pungent. So
okay, so
yeah.
there we go. And can we
some ice.
Okay.
Thank you.
So camera show camera first. Camera eat first. This is how you put everything together. Can we see? Can we?
Can you see? So the condiments are on
Okay.
the thing.
Okay.
What's that thing?
Which one? That's
Okay, so that's a shiso leaf. It's a
Shiso leaf.
shiso leaf. Shiso.
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 Like a-
Shiso. No.
Shiso. Yeah. So the shiso is actually part of the mint family,
Oh really?
and it's used extensively in Japanese cuisine. So it's and it makes a great vessel. So
I almost don't want to eat it now.
It's so good, right?
I want to eat it. I'm hungry. Okay.
Yeah.
watch.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, chew first. Ooh. Savor it.
it's-
Savor it.
it's a very mild mint, you know.
Oh.
So you don't
You're
get
right.
that.
Nicholas, you were right. Too much wasabi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oops.
No, I overdid it, but
You overdid it. Okay.
So
it is pop. Actually, it's quite interesting.
you overdid the wasabi, didn't you?
I did.
You did, right?
Look. No, I think.
Mm.
I think the egg sort of goes really well. The runny egg, you know, like
Yeah.
if you were a student in London for breakfast, you'd have runny eggs, toast, and like baked beans, you know, and
Yeah.
you'd put the eggs on the toast and let it run, and then you would mix it all together. So the way that it's done and that it's kind of like slightly runny,
Yeah.
together with the beef is nice. Okay, so I overdid it with
with the wasabi, right? So, but the
But-
tempura shisho leaf was really good. When with
Yeah.
Yeah?
I must say it had a lot of flavor
And texture.
and something I wasn't expecting, because like with Japanese cuisine, you always expect the seaweed, you know,
Yeah.
and you expect that flavor there. But to have what's this again?
Wayu tata
No,
with
this
the
Shiso.
shisho
Shiso.
tempura.
So, had a
Leaf.
different sort of flavor and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
taste to it
Yeah.
as a base.
Right.
You know,
Right.
And one of the best preparations for shiso is actually a tempura fried as well.
Yeah. I remember this, right, Nicholas? When I was in Bali,
Yeah.
and I used to, and you know, it's like when I go to Bali, I must go to Bebek Bengil.
Oh, okay.
Bebek Bengil. Like if you don't go to Bebek Bengil, I will not come home. There are two places in Bali that I go. Whenever I go to Bali, I have to go. One is the Bebek Bengil, the dirty duck, and one is the cozy spa, where you get a therapist doing a head massage, a scalp massage, and a foot massage at the same time. And they're all guys. I mean, not they're all therapists.
No, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
Okay,
Like,
but
and
I tell you
so-
guys, we go to Bali when the borders are open. You go to Bali, you gotta go to cozy, and you gotta go to Bebek Bengil. And this is something that I love when I go to Bebek Bengil, where they have that spinach. No, kangkong was spinach. I think it was spinach tempura, and you take that with the Bebek Bengil and the sambal, right?
That sounds amazing.
Oh, it's so yummy. It's really, really yummy. And that's the first thing I would do when the borders are open. Sorry, David.
Yeah, I like a good massage too.
Yeah.
Okay, right now.
Two
I'm
guys
thinking I can
therapists,
try
okay?
this.
Okay.
You know
It's
what?
like, hey, oh, this
You-
is so good. Right? Offer some.
Sorry.
But you know what? One thing I have to point out
Okay.
is the quality of the egg itself is very good as well. It's got a nice coloration, you know. It's like a, yeah.
Okay.
If you can
So
sort of
show-
like
So
pan
what's that?
into the-
Okay, so it's the
pan-
color,
Yeah,
Look
so
at
you
the
can
color.
Pan into the leaf.
right?
Yeah, you'll see that it's and then
You see that?
it's a really good combination. So it's What's the leaf again?
Right.
Shiso.
Shisho.
Shiso.
Alright.
Shiso.
Shisho, darling.
Shiso seashells by the
Shisho.
seashore.
Shisho. I can't say it, man. Sorry.
Can.
Shisho. Can. Okay.
Shiso.
Can.
Shiso.
Okay. This is how you take
Shiso.
shisho.
Alright.
You put, wait. Put
Okay,
the-
okay,
and lots
right,
of
yeah,
eggs
so
in
the
it.
leg.
The
Okay,
Wagyu
egg.
tartar. Do
Okay.
you want more wasabi?
No, okay, no. I'm done with. I am.
No,
not
no,
gonna,
natural.
Like,
David's gonna take it
I'm
natural
all
this
natural,
time. Okay,
go
all natural.
and
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, with the shisho. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. Oh.
How is it?
Huh?
See, lost with words again.
Yeah, again, right?
Bro, you never lost your words. Never.
Okay, take it with the sake now. Take it with the sake.
You know what? I preferred it with the wasabi.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's.
Okay.
Shall we move on to our final appetizer?
Sure. Okay, let's come to the next course, which is the tuna tataki. Okay, Nicholas. So,
Yes. So.
let's dig in now. Okay, what do we do?
I think you just take
Okay,
2 pieces.
that.
Let me serve you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There we go.
Okay,
We
and a
got
bit of the
that,
kombu.
yes.
And then Chef was explaining about the sauce,
Yes.
the dressing, right?
David, let me help you as well.
Allow me.
Sorry.
Yes, please.
Okay, that's a new one. Okay, so we're gonna show you what
Allow me that.
No,
Okay.
sorry.
Oh, this is the other wine, yes.
Okay,
Yeah, the other
so
ones.
Hafiz is serving this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you see, guys, can maybe Hafiz, you want to tell us a bit more about this one?
Yes, sure. Sure.
This is the Kuheji Savage,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
Sir.
it's Kuheji Sava. I
David?
can see the label is the green label.
David?
Color is green. It's more dry to compare the first one.
Okay.
So this sake, they're using the omachi rice. The first one, Yamada Nishiki. It's more old. I can say it's a bit more age, not age, like older rice, more taller.
Right.
So the dryness is from there and more character.
More character.
More savory.
Is it stronger than the first one?
Yes, more full body this one.
Okay, so
it's
more full body.
good to pair with the main course or grill
Grilled dishes.
dish.
Okay.
You know, actually, guys, before the main course comes, you know, honestly, this is the first time I'm actually like sort of communal eating Japanese food. You know,
Ah, yeah, okay.
you get what I mean? 'Cause,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
most of the time, you order a dish, it comes, or you know, but this is good, isn't it? I mean, the concept here,
Yeah.
very Asian. I feel very comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about that though, because it's not something that's so. I mean, you know, Asian food is generally, I mean, Indian food, sort of Malay food, Chinese food even, very communal kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's never really Japanese per se.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
Actually, I've got a very interesting story about this.
Right.
So, if you look at chopsticks, right?
yeah.
If you look at Chinese, Japanese, and Korean chopsticks, do you notice the lengths are different? Whenever
Really?
you have- yes.
Again, Chinese, again.
That's
Sharing,
like-
he's sharing
My
his
God.
bit of knowledge there.
That's like
Chef, why don't you join us
that's
and
like
tell
talking
us?
about the length of Indian,
Yeah,
Japanese,
so
and Chinese.
yeah, so
you know
let me
what I
tell
mean?
you why.
Okay.
So Japanese chopsticks are the shortest
Okay.
because their
I'm
meals
not surprised.
David.
Sorry.
their meals are basically not meant to be shared.
Okay.
And that's why your chopsticks are short.
Oh,
But
really? Wow.
Chinese chopsticks are long because you come from a communal sharing culture. So you have to reach further.
Okay.
That's the
Further,
reason.
yeah.
it's longer.
Okay.
Korean?
And Korean is somewhere in between.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds
And they
quite.
use
it's-
metal chopsticks
no.
because
Okay.
you know, to preserve the heat
Yeah.
of the food, and that's one of the
Right.
reasons.
No,
they-
but sorry, chef. Is sort of like the concept of like sort of communal eating.
Yes, that's what I want to make.
Japanese or not? I mean,
Well, communal eating, like what Nicholas said, is not really classically a Japanese thing. They are they keep to themselves, and
Yeah.
even with dining, they have a full-on etiquette, so they're very proper about it. But we want to make food more accessible to people as well. And I think food should just be enjoyed.
Yes.
So sharing makes it much more fun, but we also have a match of things where if you want to have it by yourself, you're able to.
Right.
But then there are dishes that, like this, for example, the seared
Okay.
trout.
So let's-
You're all right to have one whole dish on your own as
Right.
a main, but also it can be in a way that it's meant for sharing.
Right.
So what we have here is
looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
cured trout. So
Okay.
the trout has to be cured for like a week long before it gets to that point where it's juicy on the inside. So what we do is our execution is we sear it till the skin is crispy but not fully cooked. But the fish is just warmed through a little bit. And the sauce is actually the biggest compliment to the dish because the sauce is made from fruit tomato. So Japanese fruit tomato, there's no sugar in the sauce, but the sweetness is from the tomato
Is it
itself.
Momotaro?
It's amela fruit tomato.
Amela, I see,
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
And then we just have bits and pieces of vegetables to go with it to complement the tomato. But the tomato itself, it has. We also added sherry vinegar into it to have that aged kind of tomato
I
taste.
see, to
The
give it a bit
tomato
of
itself,
depth,
yes,
right?
yeah, it's just reduced down for the intense flavor with olive oil. So I would say enjoy, and yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, chef.
Thank you.
Thank you, chef.
It looks awesome, man.
Isn't it? It's so beautiful. I mean, her presentation is
Yes.
amazing,
Yeah.
Nicholas.
It is. I mean, it's
Right.
understated, but really nice. Yeah.
It is. It
Very
is so
fresh, very-
inviting,
Yeah.
right? So tempting. Like it's so pretty. It's just, you can tell that she really puts in a lot of effort
Yeah,
in
she does.
creating
And
them.
also-
Yeah, so talented.
But Nicholas, what I found really interesting was what Chef said about the seafood in the fish rather.
Yeah?
In Japan because it's cold, right?
Yes.
And so the fish has a layer of fat,
Yeah.
Right.
which
Yeah.
makes it more flavorful.
Okay, hold on. I'm just holding up so I can sort of show you guys.
Yeah.
David, continue, David.
Yeah,
You
sorry.
can talk
So
about-
I was talking to Chef earlier about that, and I found it really interesting that the Japanese, because the cold water is in
Yeah,
the pan,
yeah.
and the fish tends to have a layer of fat.
Yes, a higher layer of
Adds
fat.
to
Yes.
the flavor.
Yes.
Hence,
Yes.
it's different, consuming fish.
So that's
It's
why
very flavorful.
cold water fish is always more expensive, because they travel the world, really.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nicholas
So,
is going to
okay.
show us.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you me cutting the.
Okay. But Nicholas, why cure the trout though? I mean, like,
That's right.
it
did
seems
you
very.
want to?
I mean,
Why cure the
anti-
trout?
Yeah.
Sort of Japanese.
Oh, look at the
freshness
coloration
kind
of
Okay,
that.
so
Right.
we're going to show you, see?
Right.
So
Matzo
let's
sauce,
try on that. Oh, thank you.
Wow. Okay, it's very.
You know what? I just destroyed that.
No, mine's okay.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. I'm going to just try the sauce first.
I mean, I don't know if you can pan right into it. I mean, you
Yeah.
can actually see.
Did you try the skin, David?
I did, yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good, Nicholas.
Sorry?
Just the trout.
This is really
trout
a
skin.
premium
Yes,
cut
yes,
if
yes.
you can look at the line.
Yeah, yeah.
And because that's what I noticed about the trout, right?
Okay.
If you look at it, it's very well defined.
Yeah.
The texture is really nice. I know the Chinese, when they go they eat steamed fish, the texture of the fish is very
Yeah,
important.
yeah.
Okay,
The
but
texture was really
yeah,
good.
so I'm going to show you guys
Yeah.
what Dr. David means by the texture and the color. So have a look. Okay, so can you take a look at it, guys? Okay, so
And
look
this
at
is
that.
trout, this is trout.
Yeah.
Huh?
yeah.
So,
So-
and if you look at sorry, can I just
Yeah,
lift
yeah,
up
please,
the
please.
skin
Okay.
a little bit by the side here?
Right.
You'll notice it's like crackling. It's amazing. It's like suyuk. You have that. It's not suyuk. If it comes crunch into it and there's a crackling
Yeah,
to it.
look at that.
which-
Look at
yeah,
that
so you-
pattern, isn't
So
it?
if you look at this as a main course, and if you look at the flavors, but just look at the cut of fish, it's really nice, and there's a lot of flavor in there from the skin. I don't know what you call this, but
The top
and
layer.
this brown layer here,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
the actual meat of it. But a combination of all of that,
Right.
perfect,
Okay.
really lovely.
I'm going to show you now the scallop.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to point it out is
Yeah.
how lovely this.
Can we see the texture
So I just
in
gave it
when
a
you're
cut.
going to cut it?
I
Oh,
just
hang
gave it a
on,
cut.
guys. I'm going to show you this. Nicholas is going to show you.
Look
Hang
at-
on. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you guys see it? Right.
Yeah. So you look at how fresh the scallop is as well.
Right.
As well as the nice char on the outside. That's what you want to look for in a scallop.
Okay.
So especially with high grade scallop like this is a
Right.
Hokkaido scallop. You
Okay.
you actually want it to like you want a perfect char but not overcook on the inside. And this is exactly what you look for in a scallop. And look at the size of the scallop as well.
Yeah, it's
like
huge.
it's huge. You know?
Right. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah. So yeah. Hope you can see that. But
Okay. Wow. Look at that. Now you can see.
yeah. Yeah. So
Okay. What is this one? We have Chef Junior.
So,
Okay,
in
so
front-
what do we have here?
So this is your final savory dish for the day.
Okay.
This is slow cooked chicken. We're using local chicken from Seremban, and it's also free range chicken. So we believe in treating animals humanely. We'll never use any endangered
Okay.
species or endangered seafood and animals that are caged and not treated properly. So this is
see.
free range chicken, and the skin is very yellow because it's fed with corn. So it's corn fed. Yep.
corn-fed chicken.
Yeah, corn-fed
Okay.
chicken. And what you have here is actually, the pairing's very interesting. The sauce that goes with it is actually a clam reduction.
Okay.
So,
Celery clam, I
yes.
saw on your menu, yeah.
Yes, so it's a very unusual pairing where you would use shellfish as a sauce to
Right.
pair with chicken. But the iodine in the clam works really well with the chicken. And of course on top you have shards of crispy chicken skin, and that's charcoal eggplant puree.
This one here.
Yes, the black bit
Okay.
there with some mushroom powder just to enhance that earthiness flavor.
Right.
And these are bits and pieces of fried sweet potato leaves.
So was this dish influenced by the Sydney Opera House?
Not,
Yeah,
no,
It looks a little bit like
get it,
that.
I get it.
Yeah, it does. Is it? Does it? Is it?
no. It's one of those dishes that just came and I threw it together as well.
So you just wake up in one morning and you just say, "I have a dream."
This is a lucky dish.
Is that what it is? Because Chef Jun, I have to say that your presentation is amazing. I
Thank
mean,
you.
amazing is an understatement. It's like,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
you really spent a lot of time on the presentation and it's so tempting, it's so inviting, like, it's so pretty that you don't even
Thank
want
you
to
so
eat.
much.
I know, it tastes amazing.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
okay,
that's
so I
what I
see-
really want to hear. Like the
Really,
flavor.
I
comes
love it.
first.
I think, you know, presentation is something that's so important because that's the first sense that you would get, right, from someone
And-
before they even taste
And
it.
you know what? Like before this, as I was saying, their sandwiches.
Right?
The Abbey Katsu is one of my favorites in town.
Notice we did not serve any of our so-called signature dish today.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Wow,
that's
actually,
right. These are
yes,
these
yes.
all new dishes?
No, just because I want people to feel like we're not just about those few dishes that
Right.
people come for.
Yeah.
Chef, I gotta ask you a question. Okay, from an Asian palate, someone with an Asian palate. Okay, I couldn't taste any distinctive garlic, onion, or whatever. It seems to blend so nicely in my mouth. I can't. You know, it's not like Italian,
Yeah.
right? You get that sense of garlic or Chinese,
Yes.
you know, or ginger, but you know, it's blended so well.
You picked it up perfectly. I guess not a lot, but people who come to Kikubari and they love the flavors of Kikubari's food, it's not that every dish tastes the same, but what they generally pick up is the balance and it's clean. It
Yeah.
it doesn't leave you with like, even though like Nicholas said, there's a lot of umami in the dishes,
Yeah.
but it doesn't leave you
doesn't,
feeling
yeah.
thirsty or tired in that sense, the
Yeah.
palate, which overload with, you know, if you overload with umami, that's what tends to happen. It leaves you feeling very tired.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. But I like the fact that, you know, that David brought up the fact that there's no overpowering of garlic and onions. And,
It's blended in.
it's so bland. I mean,
No,
it's,
not
you know,
bland.
not bland.
Blended in.
Blended in, yes, correct.
Blended
in.
blended.
That is, it's basically that's. Sorry, guys, it's not bland at all. Trust me, it's not bland. You know the combination of the flavors is something that I am so impressed.
Wait, let me be the judge of that.
Right. Okay, so Nicholas is gonna start eating on the chicken.
It's definitely not. Oh, it's really nice.
Okay, I'm gonna go. No, it's not. Sorry, guys, it's mine.
How
No,
come
no.
he gets to taste everything first?
Because he's still
This is- it's on
learning.
here.
You guys
it's
are
on there.
busy talking.
Yeah, and we're talking.
really
Okay, I'm gonna go
nice.
for it
It's
too.
really, it's
There's
like
a nice
a spoiler.
smokiness
He
to it.
tastes really nice.
The chicken.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this
So we finish
with
off
the
with
clam.
open flame cooking.
Okay.
So no matter what, we want to
That
have
is
that
the,
flame cooked
eggplant.
element to it. Even though it's
I like it a lot.
even though it's chicken breast,
No, the
so
asari
what we
reduction
can
is
do
the
with it is we
clam.
control the cooking with the
You
temperature.
should notice that the chicken breast is the hardest to nail.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Chef, hardest
Can
to
you
nail.
explain the? Is that the eggplant?
yes, with charcoal powder.
Charcoal again. Charcoal powder.
So yeah,
that's-
earlier he was asking, how do you use
Okay, I'm
charcoal
gonna
in
take-
cooking?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
take
I
one
mean,
of
is
these.
it something that's been traditionally used as a flavoring, or something that's new?
It can be both ways. So one is for the presentation of it,
Here?
to add that black color whenever you need it.
Right.
And then the other element is, so I've started off with making our own charcoal, and you can make charcoal out of anything.
Okay.
Usually,
Anything, literally anything.
anything. So what you do is you burn certain ingredients enough. Best is using vegetable base. So sometimes we use like the silk of corn and the leaves, the ears of the corn, or leek, and we burn it. But you have to watch out that you don't burn it to the point where it's an ash. And when it's black enough, you just blend it and it turns into
Okay.
charcoal. If you make your own charcoal, especially leek will have that strong flavor.
I see.
Right.
But corn tends to, I felt corn didn't work that well for me to make charcoal out of,
Right.
just because it has that very stringy texture after you.
I see.
But has it been a very traditional Japanese flavor? It's got flavor. I mean, I must say that the charcoal in the food, the way that it's been prepared, gives that flavor. That's not like you burn something or you.
Yeah.
It's got a very distinctive flavor.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
I'm just wondering if that's traditional or is that a flavor that you come to try to replicate or.
I think adding charcoal was just one of those selfish things that I did because once I discovered how to make charcoal, it became fun for me to do so.
Yeah. But this one, the eggplant charcoal is amazing. Chef, this is like, just try the charcoal by itself. It's got a.
But you know
this
what?
charcoal by itself.
Yeah. I've tried
It's
it.
like-
Yeah. It's very nice. It's very. It actually complements the dish.
But the
pretty well.
most understated thing is the star of the dish, which is the chicken itself.
Yeah,
'Cause
the chicken is
Yeah.
insane. It's brined well. It's salted well.
Yes.
It's smoked well. Like very successful dish. Congratulations.
How long does it take to prepare the chicken?
Not long at all, because as you know, chicken breast can't do with overcooking. So we
Yeah.
have controlled temperature. That's where technology and science comes in.
Right.
But also we want to have that, not just that bland, anemic sous vide cooking.
Right.
So we needed to finish off with flames
Okay.
to get that crispiness of the
Yeah.
skin. And then the iodine from the asari provides that depth. So it's not just salt, but it's
Yeah.
different levels of saltiness, sweetness.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, so the basically
Gonna
the
prepare a dessert.
Thank you,
Sorry,
chef.
you were saying?
so the saltiness of all the dishes actually it's not from salt. Right?
We try to create flavors from a lot of different elements.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
But it's
good.
from the brining process that gives the chicken its succulence
Right.
and so when you brine the chicken, it absorbs moisture into the meat.
Okay.
And a brine is usually made from just sugar and vinegar. So it goes really well with the chicken as well. And like
Yeah.
it's a really good pairing because it cuts, it cuts a bit of the fat that you're eating as well, So it's
It's less sweet.
yeah, it's less
right?
sweet.
It's got a
yeah.
much pleasant aroma and it's much smoother. I
Yeah,
feel,
yeah.
compared to the
It
first
helps you
one.
with each bite and each sip, it actually changes the experience,
Yeah,
So-
but I'm not a fan of sake.
No, no.
No,
Okay. Yeah.
But
More for
Whiskey,
me.
more.
But let's not take away from, listen, this is just amazing adventure of flavors, really for me. Like, it just, wow.
Yeah, mind blowing, right? But do you
Yeah.
know we have a promo code for the audience? Do you know that?
Oh, okay, no, I know.
Okay.
Okay, but hey,
Hold on first,
wait.
Hold on. So Dr. David
Wait.
is going to give you the promo code in a short while, but before that, we need all of you to like and share the video. That's
Share
the
the
first thing
video.
you have to do. You got to like
Share
and
the
share.
video.
If you love what you've actually seen here, please do like and share. And then you need to comment with a promo code before you can win a voucher. And Dr. David's going to give you the promo code.
But
What's the
before I give you the promo code, you must understand that firstly, I would really recommend this restaurant. Secondly, guys, the bad news, you want the promo code, it's like a tongue twister. Okay, so that's like HAPA and the restaurant called HAPA Kikubari. Okay, so I challenge you to do it like 5 times in a row.
Okay, so
So
tell
the
them.
promo code is HAPA Kikubari. Say that 7 times. HAPA Kikubari. HAPA Kikubari. And that HAPA, 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 KIKUBARI. HAPA Kikubari.
So what will what will
one
they
word.
get?
One word. No. One
Yeah, what
word.
would they win?
What will they
What
win?
would they win?
Okay, so the prize is 2
Cash
cash
voucher.
vouchers worth 100 ringgit. Okay. Now,
So they're two winners. They're two winners, random winners. That each of them will get 100 ringgit
no,
voucher.
randomly. I'm gonna win.
No, sorry, taste is not allowed.
Ah, damn.
It's for our audience.
Okay,
so
okay.
it's
Well-
random. 2 random winners will get 100 ringgit each
Okay, well,
voucher.
you know
No
what?
minimum spend, apparently. No minimum spend.
Yeah, but don't come here and drink water, okay? Because like, this is like really good. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay?
it
No,
is.
no,
It
no
is.
mini
No,
box.
serious. It's just, honestly, this is really has been a really mind-blowing dinner for me. I never expected this, although I came like, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. But this is a new menu. I've not tasted this food. I really like the way Chef June and her team has created the dishes, and the combination of the texture and the flavors and of course, the presentation. Oh God.
What would you say was your favorite dish of the dishes we've tried today?
Okay,
Oh,
it's
look.
quite tough because everything tasted really good. But if you want to say what really stood out, which dish would really stay in my mind whenever we talk about Japanese food?
Yes.
I have to say it would be the tiger's milk.
The tiger's milk is
That's
very
one.
unique.
Yeah, very
yes.
unique. The
Yeah.
tiger's milk is something that I've never tasted in my life. It's something that's so unique and so different, right? And then the other one is actually the uni nori biscuit.
Oh, that was very unique as well.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, again, uni is not my top favorite. I don't really love it, but I like it, but I don't really love it. But this one was really something I said, oh, it's unexpected.
Yeah, I have to agree. yeah.
Something that really stayed on the palate, and it's something, again, it's an unforgettable dish, right? And of course, I would say, now for some strange reason, the chicken.
Yes.
The
Oh,
COVID.
I was gonna say as
Oh,
well for me,
chicken.
the chicken was outstanding for me as
Yes,
well. Yeah.
it was,
Yeah.
particularly when you say it's chicken
Thank
breast.
you.
Yeah. So if I were to come back and say, okay, I have 3 choices, that will be the 3 choices that I will go for. So, yeah.
Nice,
Interesting,
nice.
interesting. Let's get Chef to tell us more about the dessert. Which one? This one first.
Okay, so this one's a bit unique because burdock root is a very uniquely Japanese
Yeah.
ingredient, gobo. It's got that licorice kind of taste, like root vegetables does. So it's a kind of subjective flavor, but we wanted to use that as a flavor profile
I see.
and make it into a semi-freddo. So it has that. We also burnt the gobo a little bit to create that sweet caramel kind of flavor profile. And with that one is our series of tartlets, and we've just evolved and started putting different things into tarts now. And this one's very classic. This one's green tea, matcha, with salted sakura cream. So the cream is salty, but it's from salted sakura itself. So cherry blossom flowers are salted, and then we use that salt to infuse the cream. And
Right.
those are petals of salted sakura, and it's a little bit. It has that perfumey smell of the cherry blossom.
Yeah.
Adds that dimension to matcha as well. So it has that hint of bitterness, sweetness. So
Yeah, they go really good together, matcha and sakura.
we always want to serve like adult tasting desserts, not sweet kind of desserts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I
Is
think
that-
that's what a lot of people are moving away from. They don't like sweet desserts
Yeah.
anymore.
Or even ice cream now, you've got
Yeah, reduce
flavorful,
sugar
so,
and
yeah.
everything.
Right. Is that homemade, the sakura salted?
The salted
Cream?
sakura, yes, the cream is homemade. But
okay.
the salted sakura comes as a very used ingredient in
Right.
Japan. So because
Okay.
cherry blossoms, they can't preserve it. The only way you can preserve its
Wow.
beauty after the blossom season is over is to salt it.
Okay. Nicholas, do you want to sort of cut into the tart?
Okay, I will.
Can I
And see? Which one do you want to do first?
Should we do this
Chef,
first?
I must
Yes.
say, I was I am very impressed by
So it's like an ice
the
cream.
creative mind that you have and the
Thank you so
flavors that
much.
you have. Now, I would recommend anyone come to Kikubari.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And that's because of the uniqueness of your creativity. Okay, I want to explain something to you, and
Yes.
and what that is value. Okay, and like I bought a bicycle.
Okay, let me
It was
cut this one.
made by this guy in Verona who passed away. He hand built it, and he paints it. His name is Pegoretti in Verona. Oh, he passed away, but you know, the passion in which he sculpts his bicycles, you know, just make them the best in the world. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, it's a bicycle, no doubt, but it's that
But
creativity.
it's a well-made product.
Yes, and I mean, I must say, you know, I'm so pleasantly sort of. I mean, I enjoy that creativity, and I think, like an artist, when you put something out there and somebody gets it. Of course, everybody gets it different ways, like a painting. I mean, I must say, all of this is an experience. So for me, it's not just the flavors, but it's an experience in itself. So thank you very much. It's been
Yeah.
amazing.
No,
Really
it's a
good.
pleasure.
Yeah. You know,
But I'm
amazing.
so
David,
happy that you
you
picked
take
up
that
on
one.
that.
Yeah.
Because Kikubari, we are Japanese in our ethos, in our discipline. So I think all of you actually picked up on the essence, where the Japanese
Thank you.
shine through. A lot
Thank
of the
you.
preparation you see on the plate, it feels like the execution didn't take much work. It's
Thank
just
you.
searing a piece of trout and
Yeah.
putting some leaves on top. But the back end of it, how many days we need to cure, how much time we need to age each product, and for that
Yeah.
Wagyu lardo as well.
Yeah.
All of these preparation, the curing, the pickling,
Right.
I have to say the matcha tart
Right.
surprised me.
What were you expecting? What were you
Why?
expecting?
yuzu underneath.
I do like my yuzu, but no, but it's very well balanced. It's very well balanced. It's a nice balance of bitter and sweet, and that's what you want in a good matcha. Because some people either make it too bitter or they're too afraid to use it and they hardly use it.
Yeah. And with that cream,
Yeah.
that saltiness.
Yeah. So it adds a layer of salinity to it, you know,
Yeah.
like
But the aroma comes through as well.
Yeah,
So it's not much
yeah.
flavor with the sakura, but
Correct.
the nose of it.
yeah, definitely. Wow, very amazing dish. This is a unique dish. This is very unique. Plus, it's the first time I've ever had gobo as a semi-freddo.
And as a dessert.
As a
yeah.
dessert.
And as
Yeah.
a dessert, right?
No, it's amazing.
Is that your first time as well? Having this?
Yes, it's my first time.
I mean,
having
for
this,
Indians,
so-
I say matcha. This matcha tart is the business. You gotta try the matcha tart for all the matchas out there.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
matcha
but
tart.
It looks like you really love Japanese food.
I'm not really, to be honest with you, not really a
But
fan.
now you do or not?
It's the flavors, man. You know,
Yeah.
Indians, we like flavors. You know,
But
we
especially,
like textures. So-
especially I think like if a person who doesn't eat
Yeah.
who's not a big fan of Japanese,
Yeah.
this is interesting because it's like Japanese. You know what I mean? Like Japanese, but at the same time, it's very. The word I would use to describe your cuisine, I would say it's very fun. It's actually very fun. Like
Right.
everything looks colorful and vibrant
Yeah.
and balanced,
Yeah.
and so it's very exciting.
And I must
It's
say,
not meant to intimidate people.
correct.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right. And
yeah.
it's not
Wow.
exactly. It's not intimidating. It's not confusing, but there are quite a few of unexpected dishes. Like you wouldn't expect that sort
The
of
combinations,
flavor and
yeah.
combination. But when you put it in the mouth, you're like, oh, okay, never expected
Oh.
that, right? So that's really nice because it's very adventurous and it's very interesting because you get to explore your own palate. And trying to sort of say, okay, so what am I expecting here, you know? And then it comes true to you. It's like, oh, okay. So quite a few of mind-blowing dishes, yeah. So, you know, it's like truly an amazing experience.
Yes.
Right. You know,
Yes.
thank you so much, Chef. It's like,
It's a
oh, really, really good,
pleasure.
really good.
Well, I have to say, it's
Right.
always a treat whenever I come to Kikubari. So
Yeah,
the food here is always, it's never let me down. So
It's never
Oh,
right.
thank
yeah,
you so much.
yeah.
You know what? I thoroughly enjoyed the experience,
Thank
and
you so much.
Yeah.
Cheers.
and for me it was okay. I take it differently. I was trying to, because I
Cheers.
spoke to you a bit earlier,
Yes.
so I was trying to interpret your ideas and your flavors, and I feel that I got a lot of that, your creativity. I can understand why you were given that most outstanding Asian chef award. I'm not praising you, but I can understand it.
Yeah.
Because
Well deserved,
there was
chef.
It's
a
well
lot of
deserved. Yeah, it's
a
well
Well
lot of
deserved.
thought.
Yeah.
I think that went into the dish, and I appreciate that. I want you to know that. So the next thing I need to ask you is what's the number so I can order at least your sandwiches lah.
Always have a direct line to Harvard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay,
so you know, I mean, guys,
because you
again,
have takeaways, right? I mean, like
Yes,
you can
yes, we do.
sort of
Like
order.
as Nicholas
Yeah.
mentioned, the Sando series.
Yeah.
like the Wagyu Sando, the Wagyu Sando is really good. The Tamago Sando is really good.
Okay.
My favorite is the Abby's. I feel I'm just naming all the Sandos. Like,
Okay, well, you know what? Listen, yeah. So I know it sounds
Yeah,
like
I
a
have
shameless plug, but no, really, I would really. You know me, I order stuff.
have a little
just like-
Yeah.
Sando party at home, you know, like.
Yeah. So you know, and it's. I think at the end of the day, food is something that you enjoy. You know, you ought to enjoy. You have to explore. There's so many more dishes right here in Kikubari. I mean, we can't taste enough. We've been here almost 2 hours, guys, and this is one of
Has
the
it?
longest.
Really?
Yes,
Really?
it's one of the
Wow.
longest
It's one of the
tasting
longest.
sessions
Wow.
because we have so many dishes. It's so great. So nice to be able to speak to Chef June herself to understand and know more about her creation and what she does. That she puts in behind these dishes that make it so amazing. I would love to talk more. We'd love to talk more, but you know, we've come to the end of the session. And before we end, we have something really special for Chef June.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting.
We have a surprise for
Well
Chef.
deserved.
Okay, so can we, gentlemen, may I invite you to stand up?
Please watch.
And
Ta-da!
and we're going to give the surprise to Chef. Maybe we want to. Can you help us, Hafiz, to bring the chairs down?
Thank
and
you.
I'll take
Well,
that.
just-
Yeah, let me just give that. Thank
are we
you.
moving the chairs down?
Okay. And I'm just gonna whisper a secret to David. At 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, Chef. We have a secret. Oh,
Okay.
Okay, Chef June. She's like. "What's happening?" Okay, so thank you so much, Chef. You know, it's
Oh, no,
really
it's-
been an amazing dinner.
No, it's always my pleasure
Ah.
to serve all of you.
Yeah, you know, this is a truly amazing experience, and you know,
Thank you so
we totally
much.
recommend. So, congratulations! You know, one of the tasted outlets here in
Thank
Malaysia.
you
is
Well
so
deserved.
much.
really
I'm
well
glad you
deserved.
have your first visit. All right.
Definitely
Yeah.
more to
Yeah.
come.
And then yeah.
And for all our viewers out there, don't forget to enter the promo code HAPA Kikubari.
HAPA
for a
Kikubari,
chance
HAPA
to
Kikubari.
win
Yeah.
we have 2 cash vouchers to give away worth 100 ringgit. So please like, share, and comment. Validity is for 1 month, so if I were you, I'd quickly do it.
Yes, I would.
Do you
If
know
I
how much-
could, I would.
You know what? Forget about if you don't win anything, it doesn't matter. Come and
Yeah, that's
there's food,
That's
like
true.
you know, come and eat.
So happy
Yeah.
to have a fan
Okay,
in
thank
him
you.
now.
Big, big fan.
And then
So-
you just come back whenever.
All right, so yeah, so thank you so much. Before we end, there's something we want to say to Chef June. Nicholas, we ready? And
Oh
I
my
count to
God,
3.
it's not my birthday.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
You've been tasted.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you
So
so
yes,
much.
so thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. This is one of the most amazing episodes that we've done. Of course, we have lots and lots of amazing episodes, and we're here today at Kikubari at DC Mall. And please do come by if you just want to go into a crazy adventure of Japanese food. I look for Chef June.
Or even tapao, because like I mean, I'll be doing that.
Yes.
You have to. I can't stress how good it is. Like,
Okay.
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, trust the foodie, right?
Yes, we always have to trust the foodie. So remember,
Yeah.
guys, like, share the video, comment, Hapa Kikubari, and we will see you again at the next episode.
Of tasted.
Yes. Tune in on Hapa TV, FB, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.